You ever pass by a house that just feels wrong? Not scary, not loud, just off, still, like time forgot it. The lawn's overgrown, curtains never move, and even the air around it feels heavier. This is the story of one of those houses and the woman who lived inside. It happened in a quiet Los Angeles neighborhood, a place where people mind their own business, where it's easy to disappear. One day, the cops got called. Nothing dramatic, just a welfare check. A neighbor hadn't seen a woman in years. And something smelled off. They stepped inside. The house was a mess. Junk everywhere. Old food, rot, dust. Like no one had moved in years. And in the bedroom, on a sunken mattress, was a body. Fully clothed, laid out like someone had just tucked them in. Except they had been dead for years. The woman in the house? She looked at the officers and said, "That's my mother." No panic, no tears, just that. Her name was Linda. At least, that's what we'll call her. She had lived there all her life. Just her and her mother. No dad, no siblings, no close friends. They were everything to each other. When her mom passed away in her sleep, Linda did not tell anyone. She did not call the police, did not plan a funeral. She didn't even move the body. She just kept living. At first, she thought she'd deal with it later. A few days passed. Then a few weeks. Then it became a new normal. Over time, she had created routines. She cleaned the face, brushed the hair, changed the clothes when the fabrics began to give out. Always in soft pastels, nightgowns and shawls like her mother would have liked. She even sprayed perfume in the room. Lavender, mostly. Kept the lights dim, windows shut tight. And every night before bed, she sat beside the body, told her about her day, as if it were the most normal thing in the world. She cooked meals for two, laid the table for two, laughed at old TV shows, waiting for a response that never came. And somehow, that silence became her comfort. Years went by. No one came knocking. And Linda did not ask for help. Not because she was hiding, but because she did not know how to let go. She wasn't afraid of the body. She was afraid of the silence it left behind. Grief does that. It always doesn't come crashing in like a wave. Sometimes it just settles in like fog. Quiet, heavy, and hard to see your way out of. Psychologists later said she had had a delusional grief response. Basically, her brain just shut the truth out. Keeping the body wasn't about denial. It was about not having to say goodbye. When the truth came out, people were shocked. Newspapers spun their headlines. "Woman lives with corpse. House of horror." But it wasn't a horror story. Not really. It was something sadder. more human. A woman so afraid of being alone should rather live with the dead than face the world without her mother. She didn't get arrested. They didn't charge her. They put her in a psychiatric care. And then she vanished from the public eye, just like before. But her story, it lingers. Because the real horror isn't the body. It's what it says about us, about how fragile we are when we lose somebody, how far we will go to keep from being alone. Sometimes the scariest stories aren't about monsters. They are about love and what happens when it has nowhere left to go.